Hello everybody, yes, this is another Star Wars video as I am going to see The Rise of Skywalker a sixth time tonight. But I want to get one thing out of the way quickly before I take off for the night to see The Rise of Skywalker. You see, of course, there's always this appeal to authority fallacy that if this is the popular opinion, then this must be true. Or if that person says really negative things about this product, then it must suck. For example, if the critics don't like The Rise of Skywalker, then it automatically sucks. Or if the audience score is low on The Last Jedi, then it automatically sucks. And that is a fucking bullshit argument. Keep that in mind. Rotten Tomatoes doesn't review the movies. They just take the sources from, whether it's Wall Street Journal, Variety, this magazine, that article, this newspaper, that newspaper, yada yada yada. They take sources from critics. They don't review the movies, for starters. Why the fuck would you have to use the critic or audience score as your bullshit gospel? Shouldn't you have enough of a brain to think for yourself? Shouldn't you be building on your own standards? Shouldn't you be thinking critically on your own rather than being an absolute sheep to someone else, some scrub on the internet? Assuming that it's true that saying that using the critic score is a reliable source, then how come you guys still trash Ghostbusters 2016 despite the fact that the critic score for that abysmal dumpster fire of a remake has a high critic score at 74%? How come I don't see anyone worshipping the absolute piece of anus that is Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines? A welcoming addition to the Terminator franchise? Ha 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 ha! Real funny, critics. Given that one a 69%, yet give The Rise of Skywalker a 53%. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in the cinema community in my life. Because there's a lot more wrong with Terminator 3 and every other Terminator sequels than any Disney Star Wars movie that has ever been made so far. Not even Star Wars Resistance TV shows as much of a dumpster fire as any of the Terminator sequels to Judgment Day. Honestly, in my opinion, the Terminator saga is one, and Judgment Day, that is all. Also, why should you even have to give a shit about about the audience score or critic? Why can't you just have your own opinion or be your own person or have your own critical thinking? Why can't you just give the movies a try for yourself rather than just worshipping what people say on the internet? Also, what does someone else's opinion have to do with the quality of the movie? It's their opinion. It's subjectivity. They're not facts. No matter how much you try to say otherwise, they're not facts. Tommy Boy, Black Sheep, Benchwarmers, all have low critic ratings. And you want to know what I do? I watch those three said movies again and again and again and again because I think Chris Farley, David Spade, and however many other actors are in Benchwarmers are fucking hilarious. I enjoy the hell out of them. Enjoyment is subjectivity. Why? Just for you morons to take what critics or what the audience score says seriously is like being an absolute waste of a person. You really are. Also, who cares if you'd get controversial whether having a positive or a negative opinion? The great Kurt Cobain from Nirvana said, "I'd rather be hated for what I am than loved for what I am not." being someone you're not meant to be is an absolute waste of a person you really are. And I fucking love Kurt Cobain to this day for those words of wisdom. Realest fucking shit I have ever heard from Kurt Cobain. He was one insightful man. It just sucks that his life had to end so short with that tragic deterioration he was facing in the early 90s. That unfortunate suicide really sparked a dismal feel in a lot of rock music fans back at that time, especially my parents. Hell, The Good Burger has a low critic score, and my friend Alex Hoover still loves it with all his heart. The point is, who gives a flaming damn about what critics say, especially when they have extremely fickle standards for what cinema really is, and as well as audience scores from really fickle-minded people. The point is, who gives a fucking shit? What does the audience score or critic score have to do with the quality of the movies, whether positive or negative? Captain Marvel has a low audience score, and it was good enough for me to ask it for my birthday, and I got it, and I enjoy it. I love it. It's fucking awesome. And this is coming from someone who's more of a casual Marvel fan than avid. The point is, when your own opinions are based off of what somebody else says, then you are absolutely void of critical thinking, and you have no right to call yourself a critic whatsoever. Especially when there's so many critic scores that I so can't take seriously. Ghostbusters 2016 and Terminator 3 having a higher critic score than The Rise of Skywalker. Give me a fucking break. It's bullshit and ridiculous. I can paddle on and on all day long about so many other movies having an undeserving low critic score or an undeserving low audience score, especially Spider-Man from the Tobey Maguire era that has a lower audience score than the first Andrew Garfield film. I didn't even have the interest to even purchase those on eBay. They're of no interest to me, and I only asked Alex Hoover to bring over Spider-Man Homecoming to me and just forget about Andrew Garfield, because I do not give a flying fuck. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy me peddling on, rebuttaling to this bullshit argument. So, I mean, if you're really gonna like movies based on popular opinions or what the critics say, I'm not gonna say you're stupid, you're just a waste of a person. You're not telling your opinion, you're telling someone else's opinion by saying this odious nonsense. You're just a phony. You're a phony. Sorry, I had to reference Family Guy. I hope you guys enjoyed me paddling along, as I already said ad nauseum. Hope you guys stay tuned for more. I am not gonna stop supporting my favorite franchise of all time. Take care. Have a nice day, and I'll see you whenever I make another video. Space out.